Hello, welcome to this video and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Michelle and this is Crypto with Mishi, where we bring to you crypto trading updates and strategies to help you become a profitable crypto trader. We will jump right to the video for today after the brief intro. As you all know, there's no signal or indicator or what's it called? No momentum indicator or trend indicator is perfect. All right, but this one I found some people are using only one indicator, one of these indicators. Some people are using them alone, like the RSI. Some people use only their RSI. Some people only use the UT alert. Some people use only the super trend for their trade signals. But I found a way to combine these three to make sure that we're entering at the right time. In fact, this is super accurate as I'm going to show you. So this strategy works best on the 30 minutes or 1 hour time frame. Okay, this is for swing traders, that those that host trades at least for hours. Okay, this is not, I don't actually recommend this for scalpers, those that takes trades within minutes, wants to make profit within minutes or within an hour. That should be 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 minute, and seconds time frame. But this strategy I'm talking about is much more accurate on a higher time frame, like 30 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours. Is much more effective on the higher time frames. So, like I said, I'm going to backtest this with you so that you see how important and profitable this is. Okay, so let's see all right, so let me start from here. So I'll take like 10 trades, and let's say we have $100 to trade with, and out of that $100 I'm using only $10 for the trade. I'm using only $10 for the trade. All right, so I have $100. I will trade 10 times. Okay, hold on, I'm coming. So with $100 capital, and I'm using 10% of the $100, which is $10. All right, so first trade, let me check the dates, 23rd of July. All right, let's say I start from the 26th, 20th or 21st of 20th or 21st of July. All right, so there it is. I will review the indicators and the settings later at the end of this video. All right, all right. Now this is the 19th of July. Okay, this is 19th, and I am on the 30 minutes time frame. If you look down the page, you will see BTC USDT. So this is futures, for example, but it also applies to spot traders and ETF traders. So I'm using these three indicators. So this is the first way I use this indicator. For example, our condition is when we see the buy signal, you can see buy, you can see when you see this buy signal or sell signal, you buy and sell at that point. Okay, all right. So now let's start. So this is the first trade I'm going to be taking. I saw buy, he told me to buy. The buy signal came out. Okay, and this green line came up. So after when I see this buy signal, I wait for this candlestick that they are telling me to buy to close first before I engage, which means I will start from the second candlestick, but I won't engage yet. What I will do is I will watch over here. I will wait for this blue RSI line to cross the yellow line and come up above it before I engage. Okay, so if you see the line I drew, this line is matching. So the blue RSI line has crossed the yellow line and came above it, and the indicator is telling me to buy, whereby the trend is also turning green. This super trend is green in color. Alright, so when I get a buy signal and a green line, and the RSI is above the 50 moving average, the 50 line, yellow line, when it is above it, I buy. So let's say I engage. Alright, longing. So let's say I engage from this second candle. If I engage over there, hold on. If I engage, I will put my stop loss just below the super trend line. All right, that is about 4%, 4.4% risk. All right, then I'm going to be using 1.5 risk to reward ratio. So 1.5 risk to reward ratio, that is the recommended 1.5 is the recommended risk to reward ratio. Okay, this is it. As you can see here, 1.5, that's the risk reward ratio. All right, that's what is recommended. So let's see if this is a win trade or a lose trade. You see, we are already in loss. Okay, let's see, we are now in profit. We are now in profit. Here we met our target. So we met our target and we made how many percent? 6% profit. Alright, this is a win trade. 6% of $10. 6% of $10 is how much? For those in sports, you made 6% profit. So I'm using 10%, $10 win. I made 6.71% profit. Alright. Now after when you leave this trade is when you start getting the sell signal. When you start getting the sell signal, all right, when you see this, first of all, you watch here, use the RSI, or when you get this signal here, this red line, when you see this red line, you do what? You go out of the trade. But if you are maintaining the 1.5 risk to reward ratio, just take your profit once it hits the target, as you can see I did here. All right, so now let's say we engage with the next signal, which is sell. If you look, our target is here. This sell shows a sell signal, and the line is red, and the RSI is under the yellow line. So what do? You engage. Okay, you engage from there. So I will be shorting, um I will be shorting. I will enter from here, which is the second line. So I'll be entering here, and I'll put the stop loss below. Okay, let's use okay, let's just a little bit. Okay, now see what happens here. You can either use the previous um yeah, you can use the previous high points here. Over here, the highest points is what you can use, or the below the trend indicator. Okay, you can use that. You can use that. What I mean is, here you can use this price point or this red indicator, set it a little bit above it. Okay, so that is it. The percentage this thing will be much, so let's say 1.5. Let's see if we will meet our targets of 1.5. Remember, no signal is perfect, no indicator is perfect. Okay, no indicator is perfect. All right, let's continue to see what happens. So you remember that you should always leave your trade to run through, even if it takes 2 days or 3 days. Once you have set your targets, leave your targets to run through. All right, don't adjust your target, don't do anything on it. So you can see that this trade was hit. Okay, this trade was hit. We hit the target, and that is what 8% profit. So let's check, let's write it down. So we made how many percent? You traded with $10, you won, and you made 8.54% profit for your second trade. Let us also check another indicator. All right, from here it says buy, and the red line, the green line is showing, the green super trend line is showing, and if you look, the RSI is already above the yellow line. All right, the RSI is already above the yellow line, so we have met the condition here, we have also met the condition here. Okay, so the trade is what, good to go. So what do? We engage from the second one, and this time around we are longing. So let's say you enter from here, set risk to reward ratio. Your stop loss should be below the trend line, then your risk to reward should be 1.5. Okay, let's see. Already you can see it is hit. You hit the target. Okay, you hit the target. Now look at another important thing you can do. This is what you can do to make sure that you go no matter the direction of the market, you still end up in profit. This is what you do, and this is going to be mind blowing as well. You can decide to continue with that trend. Once you see that you have your target has been hit, okay, once you see that your target has been hit, maybe if eventually you are monitoring the trade and it's fortunate for you to meet your trade about to be hit, that means your target is about to be met, you can decide not to, and you see, if you see the coin still pumping, you can decide not to what, exit the trade. Okay, you can decide not to exit the trade. You can just follow the trend. As far as this super trend is still green, that means it's going up. Okay, so what you do is take your stop loss, change your stop loss from 20s, from this point where you set it, change it to be at your take profit, that your take profit position, that your take profit price. Put it there so that if eventually the price starts coming down, it will take you out of the trade with that same profit you're meant to make. All right. But if you're to do this, what I suggest you do, that candlestick that met your target, like this candlestick, you should you should wait for it to close before you set it. All right. That's if eventually you are on your trade. If you're eventually on that trade, and you feel like following the trend, maybe you are seeing the movement of the market, this very long bullish candlestick, for example, if it is this very long bullish candlestick that's hit your target, you can decide to hold on, and as far as the RSI is still above, you can decide, because if you look here very well, sorry, if you look very well, this is the point of the RSI. Okay, it's still climbing. So, but it also depends on you. This is not a financial advice, though. I'm just suggesting what you can do if you want to continue following the trend. All right, you can decide to put your stop loss at your take profit, move it to your take profit position instead of putting, for example, this particular trade. The stop loss is 20. Um, the stop loss is this 27 something, 2726. So instead of putting your stop loss as 27726 and seeing that your target is seeing that your stop loss or your target has been met and it is still climbing, maybe probably you did not set your target. Okay, if you didn't set your target or your take profit position, you are the type that leaves your trade to be running so that you make more profit. If you did not set your take profit target down, if you did not set it down with limit order, then you can just be watching it. All right, you can be watching it. But if you are set it down, I don't think this can work for you, because once the target hits, it is hit. You take out your profit and go. Okay, but I still repeat it. If you want to make sure that you make your expected profits after engaging, you draw your chart very well. Please use the targets you have set. Use the targets you have set for yourself. All right. Take it and leave the market. Remember what I say. Don't overtrade, and don't do what? Don't overtrade, and you mustn't trade every day. Don't be greedy as well. So take what you see and get out of the market. So even if the market continues going up, it will surely go down at a particular point. Okay. If you want, you can decide to still engage, but it is also very risky. Except you know your chart very well. Okay. Just except you know your chart very well. So I'm still going to show you something else in this video. If it were to be me, what I will do. Okay, what will I do if I am to be the one on this trade? What will I do? All right, so let's see. So we have taken three trades. The third trade I won and I made 3.72% profit. Now let's see. Now let's see. From here we saw something. Here the indicator said sell and the line is already red and the RSI is below the 50 EMA. What do you do? If you enter, it's obvious that you will lose. So let's say we entered at this point. Sorry. So let's say you entered at this point. You set your stop loss below this and you set your take profit 1.5. All right, you see that it didn't even take time. You are knocked out of the market, so you lost 2.99% of your profit of your money. So you traded with 10% and you lost 2.99% of your money. All right, so now this is your fourth trade, and when you see the buy signal, if you notice you got a buy signal that took you out of the market, so what do is you engage again. So let's say we engaged on the buy, you engaged on the buy, you set a stop limit below the trend line, then your target is 1.5 risk reward ratio. Let's see what happens. You can see that the market is down, so you lost again. You you lost again, and this time around it is what, how many percent? 3.68. Okay, so now this is the live market currently, and if you are to avoid this loss you just incurred here, this is another thing you could have done. You could have, once you see that, let's say at this point, anyway I will explain that later in the video. So let me go back in time to make more trades. Let me go back in time more. So we have taken 5 trades now. One trade, lost two. That is good. So far, so good. All right. Let's say we start from somewhere here. Good. So here, the indicator said buy. The line is green. The RSI is above the 50 yellow line. So what we do is to engage. We engage from the second line. From the second candlestick, we set our stop loss at the trend line. 1 to 5 risk to reward ratio. 1 to 5 risk to reward ratio should be our target. So you can see from here the price is consolidating. Okay, so let's see what happens. Target met. Target was met, and that is what 5.60. So 6 trade 1 5.60%. Okay, you won the sixth trade, making it 6 trades, 4 wins, 2 losses. Okay, we're in progress. Here it says sell. It says sell, and the line is red. The line is turning red. So once your trade, once you wait for this current indicator that said sell, which is this long red one, you enter from the second candlestick after that, and then you short, you short with your stop loss a little above the trend line. 1 to 5 risk reward ratio. Okay, so let's see how it goes. Currently we are in loss, and here we are. Target met. Another 5.17. Okay, 7 trades now. So we have taken profit here. Then from here it says buy. So we enter. Should we enter? If you look from here, it says buy, and the line is green, and the RSI is above the 50 yellow line. So you enter from here. From this, you can see that at some point we are going to lose the trade. One point five. You see that no need going forward even. You have already been taken out of the market. Alright. So that's a loss. That's a loss. Then what do we do? How many percent loss do we lose? How many percent loss? 2.62%. Now we got a buy signal, and the RSI line is above the 50 yellow line, and the trend line is green. So you can enter your position. You can enter your position. Now this is where it becomes more tricky. So in this case, what do you do? It is tricky in the aspect of setting your stop limits. So where do you place your stop limit? Do you place it below the start of the line? No. This time around you place it here. The area you saw the buy signal. You saw the buy signal here. At this point, this is where you put your stop loss. That's 3.31. History reward is 1.5. This might seem very high in the low volatility market we are. So you just keep trading, but with caution until your target is met. Okay, here the target is met, and that is 5%. 5% win rate. We have made 9 trades now, and we want to take the next trade. The indicator told us to buy here, and the RSI is just crossed the 50 yellow line, but but the green trend line has not started yet. So where the trend line started was around here, but you wait for the candle that started that green trend line to close, which is this candle that is here. That is the candle that the green line started from. So what we're doing right now is to wait for this one to close, then you enter from this other one here, and then long it. Let's see if it is going to be a win or a loss. When you long it, set your stop limit to a little below the trend line, the green trend line. So set your take profit to 1 to 5 reward. Let's see how it plays out. And that is a win. 2.98. We closed our trade with a win. So we find out that we lost 3 times. We lost only 3 times, and we won 7 times. So that is a very good profitable trading skill. Okay, you can use this as well to make your predictions. All right, so just set your targets and leave it there. Even if it takes 2 days or 3 days for you to hit, one thing is sure, you'll be coming out in profit. And for those using ETF, which is leveraged or features, which is leveraged. Please manage your risk properly. Manage your risk properly. If you are willing to make $50, you should be able to risk $25. Okay? If you're able to lose, if you're able to make $25, you should also be able to lose about half of that. So if you see 3% stop loss here on this video, like the one here, it says okay, let me show you another one. This one is showing 3.31% stop loss. If you are seeing something like this, times multiply it by 20, that should be 60% loss on your 20x leveraged future trading. So you are losing 60% of your $10 if it goes against you, which is $6. And that is the essence of what? Money management. So you don't use the whole $100, which means you will be doing what? You will be losing $60 if you have used your $100 to trade. So since you're using $10, you will only be losing $6. You only be losing $6 with this information. Alright? You only be losing $6. Then if it goes in your favor, this remember you're using 1 to 5 risk reward ratio. So if you're making $3, 1.5 means times almost times two. Okay, almost times two. So let's say 3%. 3% times 1.5, right? No, half of 3% is 1.5%, right? So 3%, yeah, that's it, 4.5%. So if you are losing, if you are willing to lose 3%, then you'll be able to win 4.5%. In other words, if you are willing to make 4.5% of your trade, you should also be willing to lose 3%. So for this particular one now, let's say 3.31% times 1.5 risk reward ratio that we are using, we give 4.965%, which is approximately 5%. Okay, that's it. 3.31% times 1.51 is 5%. And for those using futures, 5% times 20 means 100%. So if you are willing to make 100% of your trading capital, which is in this video is $10, out of the 50 out of the $100 you have, $10 is what you're using. So you are going to be making $10 back, $10 plus. So if you are willing to make $10 plus, be willing to lose about $6. Okay, be willing to lose about $6. So that is it. That is how it is. So you can see that this strategy works pretty good. So we lost 30% of our trades and won 70% of our trades. So that is a win-win situation. So there's another thing I do. I also discovered this is the essence of research, proper research. Okay, but that will be in the next video. I will make that video in my next. I'll talk about this in my next video. Now, coming back to the indicators we used three indicators like I mentioned: super trend, UT bot alerts, and RSI. So just come over here come over here on your screen, type, click on this plus sign, you see indicators, click on indicators, then this search bar. If you have saved it in your favorites, you will see it under favorites, you see a list of indicators I'm using. Then if you don't have it yet, just type a UT alert, UT alert, see it, you click on it, or you, before you click on it, just click on the star icon, that is the one you're seeing, yellow star. Before you click it, it will be empty like the one down. Then when you click it, it will turn to yellow, which means you have added it to your favorites. So when you add it to your favorites, you click on it, it will bring the YouTube bot alert. So the YouTube bot alert is the one that is telling us to buy and to sell. So if you notice on your own, your settings might be different. Settings might be different. So how do you set it up? Just come and if your page is looking like this with these two and drop down arrow, what you do is click on drop down arrow, you see YouTube bot alert, you click on it. Okay, you click on it, but before then, let me show you how to get the other one. So you repeat the same process, click the plus sign, click indicators, search for super trend. See super trend, the first one, super trend is the one you use. So add it to your favorite and click on it to bring out the super trend. So the super trend is this red line, green line. These are the super trends. It helps you to identify the market trend, the movement of the market, the direction of the market. Then this RSI, you do the same thing. Indicators RSI, relative strength index, the first one there as well. You can use it. So how do you set them up? So now let's jump right in. As you can see here, the super trend, when you click on the super trend, which is the trend lines, click on the settings icon. I believe we can see the settings icon. This is the settings icon here. So you click on it. You can pause this video and screenshot everything you're seeing here. Then under input, you can also put in the exact figures I put there. This is for super trend. Then for YouTube bot alert, under input, you will see these values there. Put it there. Alright, put it there. Then this other one, you leave it the way they are. Alright. Which other one? The RSI. Okay, the RSI. I'm showing you the YouTube bot alert. Now the RSI is next. So come down, click on the RSI. Click on the RSI. As you can see from here. Click on the RSI. Click on settings. Then this other one too. You leave everything the way they are. Then come over here. So impute the same thing I have on my own. Alright. And repeat the same process. Repeat the same process. Okay, so you just put in the figures I have in my RSI, you'll see something like this. You'll have something like this. So these are the three indicators I'm using for this video and for my trades as well with other experience I had. Now I wanted to show you guys something to know that very soon price will start falling. Even though the price is climbing up over here, the price was acting really weird some days, some weeks ago. Okay, and that is the fact that there is a higher high from here to here. There is a higher high here, but if you watch from here on the RSI, it is it is going down here. It's going down here, as you can see. So it's going up here and it's going down here, which means the momentum is reducing, the volume is reducing. And to be funny enough, that is what is happening so far. So if you understood these divergences, you would have known that taking a buy trade is not advisable at the moment, so you leave it. And again, once you start seeing this kind of short movement, know that the price is what consolidating. The price is consolidating. Once you start seeing this kind of movement, if you start seeing this kind of movement, if you start seeing this kind of movement, know that the price is consolidating. So I don't recommend you to trade at this point. Don't trade at this point. Only when the market is moving with volume is when you trade. So don't trade at that point, okay? It is consolidating. And if you watch, we should be expecting a buy signal because the price has been down for a very long time. All right, you should be expecting a buy signal. All right, so this is what I have for you guys in this video. So please, once again, don't forget to like this channel, subscribe to the channel so that it will help YouTube algorithm to understand that this information needs to reach out to other people who might find it helpful. So help YouTube algorithm, help your friends too. This is what I have for you. Watch out for my next video on how to use the Fibonacci retracement tool to also make a profitable trade. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys later.